She saw your message. She laughed and moved on. Meanwhile, another guy says nothing, and she can't stop thinking about him. Why? What does he know that you don't? Here's the brutal truth. Most women don't want the man who chases. They want the man they can't figure out. And today, I'll show you the one shift rooted in Stoic philosophy that flips everything. The shift that makes women pursue you, obsess over you, even chase you without understanding why. This isn't about being cold or manipulative. It's about rediscovering what men have lost: inner power. You've been told to express more, chase more, prove more. But the men women crave, the 0.1%, do the opposite. They control their emotions. They live with purpose. They're unmoved by attention. And that drives women wild. Stick around, because in this video I'll reveal the Stoic mindset that turns silence into seduction, the behavioral trigger that flips the chase, and the one thing you must stop doing immediately if you ever want to. Be the man they chase. Let's begin. Why most men repel women without knowing. Most men don't lose women because they're bad guys. They lose women because they're too available. Sounds harsh, right? But stay with me right now. You might think you're doing everything right. You respond quickly, you show interest, you double text when she doesn't reply, thinking maybe she didn't see it, maybe she's just busy. Here's the truth. The more you try to prove your worth to her, the more she starts to feel like she's better than you. Not because she is, but because your actions say so. Women are biologically wired to pick up on subtle signals of value. Confidence, control, scarcity. And unfortunately, neediness sends the exact opposite message. It screams, "You're the..." In prize, I'll do whatever it takes to win you over. Now pause. Have you ever noticed that the guy who barely shows interest somehow ends up with the attention? He's not even texting her back right away. He's not complimenting her every 5 seconds. He's not trying to win her, because he doesn't need to. And that, right there, is power. You see, most men operate from a scarcity mindset. They treat one woman like she's the only woman on earth, so they cling, they over-pursue, they try to impress her with things, instead of expressing who they truly are. But here's the twist. The moment you start chasing, you flip a psychological switch in her brain. Suddenly, you become predictable. Predictability kills excitement, and without excitement, attraction fades. In today's world, she gets constant attention. Guys in her DMs, guys buying her gifts. So when you act like everyone else, you get treated like everyone else. What's the solution? It starts by recognizing that your time and energy are currency. Every time you overextend yourself for someone who hasn't earned it, you make a silent statement: "My time isn't valuable." And she listens. Instead, take a breath, pull back, recenter your focus, not on her, but on you. You want her attention? Start by commanding your own, because the moment you stop chasing and start cultivating your purpose, your fitness, your peace, you become rare, and rarity is attractive. It makes her ask, why isn't he like the others? Why doesn't he need my validation? Who is this guy? That's the beginning of the chase, not when you try harder, but when you become harder to reach. So don't change what you say, change who you are. When you truly embody your value, you don't need to say anything. She'll feel it. And that is how most men unknowingly repel women, by giving too much too soon and forgetting the most attractive thing they could ever offer: their self-respect, the Stoic principle that flips the script. So, how do you flip the script? How do you go from being the one chasing to the one being chased? It starts with one core Stoic principle. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Most men hand over their power without knowing it. They let a text message ruin their day. They let a woman's mood dictate their confidence. They think attraction is about saying the right thing, when really it's about being the right man. Here's what Stoicism teaches. You don't control her actions, you don't control her feelings, but you do control your response. And the man who controls his response controls the dynamic. Let's make this real. When she pulls away, most guys panic, they text, they overthink, they spiral. But a stoic man, he notices her pull away and does nothing, not out of pride, not out of spite, but out of principle. He understands that her distance is her business, and his job is to remain grounded, calm, focused, detached. This calm indifference, it creates mystery, and mystery builds attraction. Why? Because in a world full of men trying to impress her, you become the one man she can't read, the one who doesn't need her response to feel whole. That's magnetic. That's rare. The Stoics weren't emotionless. They just refused to be ruled by emotions. And when you live by that principle, you stop reacting and start leading. She feels it. And more often than not, she comes back, chasing, because the man who doesn't chase is the one worth chasing. Behavioral triggers that make women chase. Let's get tactical. If you want women to chase you and not just notice you, you need to trigger attraction at the behavioral level. This goes beyond looks, money, or cheesy pickup lines. It's about your energy, the way you move, respond, and carry yourself. So let's break down the 3 core behavioral triggers that flip attraction in your favor. Trigger number 1. Emotional. Control. Most men don't lose the girl because of what they did. They lose her because of how they reacted. You text her, she leaves you on read, you panic, start overthinking, double text. Boom, attraction gone. A stoic man, though, he feels the same anxiety, but he doesn't act on it. He pauses, breathes, detaches. That pause is powerful. Why? Because emotional control signals high value. If you don't let outside noise shake you, she subconsciously thinks he must have options. He's used to being wanted. What makes him so calm? And that curiosity turns into obsession. Trigger number 2, delayed gratification. In today's world, people want fast replies, fast dates, fast validation. So when you introduce patience, you interrupt her pattern. Don't always be available. Don't reply instantly every time. Don't cancel your plans just to see her. This isn't about playing games. It's about respecting your time. When you slow things down, you build anticipation. Anticipation breeds desire, because the truth is, what we work for, we value more. And when she has to wonder about you, that wondering turns into craving. Trigger number 3, purpose over pursuit. This is the ultimate trigger. You want to be irresistible. Be a man so driven by purpose that chasing women doesn't even make your top 5 priorities. Focus on your mission, your growth, your peace. That energy is rare, and rare is magnetic. She'll see it in how you speak, how you look her in the eye without flinching, how you don't need her, but you choose her. If she earns it, that subtle shift makes all the difference. Most guys say, "What can I do to get her to like me?" You should be thinking, is she even qualified for my energy? That's the Stoic mindset. That's behavioral dominance. When you control your emotions, delay your attention, and center your life around purpose, you activate deep, ancient triggers of attraction. She feels it. She notices it, and she starts to chase what she doesn't fully understand. That is power. The one thing you must stop doing immediately. Let's be honest, there's one behavior, just one, that silently destroys attraction before it even begins. It's not what you wear, it's not your bank account, it's not even your looks. It's validation seeking. Most guys don't realize they're doing it. It shows up in little things. Did I say that right? Should I double text her? Maybe if I just compliment her again? Every time you do this, you're sending one loud message: please like me. And the truth is, women don't chase men who beg to be seen. They chase men who are already complete, with or without them. Stoicism teaches us that self-worth must come from within, not from her response, not from her attention, not from her approval. When you seek validation, you hand over your power. You tell her, "D and the world, I'll only feel good if you say I can," and nothing kills attraction faster than that. So what do you do instead? You flip the energy, you stop performing. You stop adjusting yourself just to be liked. You walk into the room knowing your value. You speak slowly, with certainty. You make eye contact like you're not asking for anything, because you aren't. When you stop needing to impress her, she starts trying to impress you. That's the paradox. Women chase the man who isn't trying to be chosen because he's already chosen himself. Drop the need for approval, and you'll watch your attraction skyrocket. That's not just stoicism, that's power. The stoic way to make her invest emotionally. You've got her attention, but attention fades fast. Unless you know how to do this one thing, make her invest emotionally. Now here's the secret most men never learn. Women don't fall for you because you chased harder. They fall because they invested first. Psychologically, we value what we work for. If she has to earn your time, if she has to wonder about your intentions, if she finds herself thinking about you even when you're silent, that emotional tension becomes addiction. But how do you create that effect? Stoic style. Let's break it down. Step 1, stay grounded in uncertainty. Don't rush to clarify what the relationship is. Don't overshare your feelings in the first few interactions. Let the dynamic breathe. A stoic man understands certainty kills curiosity, and curiosity is the seed of emotional attachment. Let her sit in that space of what's he thinking. That space is powerful. Step 2, let her give first. This one's subtle. Instead of showering her with validation, ask small favors. Let her help you pick something. Let her offer suggestions. Let her show up for you. When she invests even a little, it creates ownership, and ownership leads to attachment. Step 3, match energy. Don't chase it if she texts short. Reply short. If she pulls back, you lean out too. If she shows warmth, then you meet her halfway. No anxiety, no emotional spikes. Just calm, balanced, grounded energy. Because here's the truth. When a woman senses that you are not afraid to lose her, she realizes she doesn't want to. Stoicism isn't about being cold, it's about being composed. You don't give all of yourself away. You let her peel back the layers, slowly, and every layer she uncovers makes her want to go deeper. That's how you make her chase with her heart, not just her attention. And when she's emotionally invested, you've already won. The magnetic silence. How doing nothing, strategic silence, can intensify desire. You want to know what drives her crazy, what keeps her checking her phone, replaying conversations in her mind, wondering if she said too much or too little. It's not what you say, it's what you don't. It's the pause between your replies, the smile you give without explanation, the silence that says, "I am complete," with or without your attention. This is magnetic silence, and it's a power most men fear to use. But Stoics, we master it. Most people rush to fill the gap, to explain, to clarify, to chase. But every time you react too quickly, you kill the mystery. You signal neediness. You relieve her tension instead of building it. But when you wait, when you pause, when you allow space to exist between you and her, something wild happens. Her mind starts racing. Why isn't he replying? Did I say something wrong? Is he with someone else? Does he even like me? That emotional chaos? That isn't rejection. It's investment. When used with discipline, silence becomes your most seductive weapon. It's not about ignoring her. It's about letting her lean in, instead of you always leaning forward. Every moment you stay calm, when others would panic, you reveal unshakable value. And that's rare. That's attractive. Magnetic silence is how you stay in her head, even when you've said nothing at all. Now you know how to make her chase. But what happens once she's hooked? How do you keep her addicted? Emotionally, mentally, even spiritually? That's what I'll reveal next. So subscribe and be there when it drops, because the next move changes everything. If you're done chasing, if you're ready to become the kind of man women naturally pursue, like this video, right? Now, and show the algorithm that stoic men are rising, drop a comment below. What's one habit you'll change starting today? Will you stop double texting? Will you pull back the need for approval? Or will you start embracing silence? Whatever it is, own it and make it your new standard. And if this message hit you deep, subscribe. This channel is your home for stoic power, self-mastery, and real-world dating wisdom without the fluff. New drops, weekly truths, and a brotherhood of men getting sharper every single day, because the chase ends here, and the power, it begins with you.